I am here to present my research paper Bhagavad Gita, the key source to spiritual happiness in international conference organized by Sacred Heart College and St. Joseph College. Happiness is the feeling and mental state of satisfaction, affection, fulfillment, and joy. According to Aristotle, happiness is the meaning and purpose of life, the whole aim and end of human existence. According to Bhagavad Gita, the key to happiness is reduction of desires. Happiness cannot be attained by snatching others' happiness. It does not mean to be dependent and take the support of anybody. Happiness vibrates the soul. Real happiness cannot be attained unless the condition of mind focus to the inner self. Happiness does not increase with selfishness and greed, it increases with large heart. In Bhagavad Gita, there is a mention of three types of happiness: sattvic happiness, pure happiness, rasic happiness, passionate happiness, tamasic happiness, dull happiness. Sattvic happiness. Sattvic happiness implies that it is normal for spiritual practice to be frustrating or even irritating and disturbing at first, but at the end it provides joy and comfort since it is never poisonous but rather appears to be poisonous to the observer. In other words, sattvic happiness is not enjoyable at the beginning but at the end it is joyful. Such joy is born out of purity of one's own mind due to self realization. Men of perfection and religion seek this type of happiness. Rasic happiness. Rasic happiness is the joy experienced to when one's sense organs come into contact with the objects. It is the opposite of sattvic happiness. Those aspects which were considered as a nectar are in actual little poison, but very late it is realized. This happiness is sought by men of passion. Tamasic happiness. Tamasic happiness as the happiness arising from sleep, laziness, negligence, and state of confusion. It is different from sattvic happiness as well as rasic happiness. Tamasic happiness has no influence and it remains totally inactive. Happiness, whether sattvic or rasic, has inferences about their importance and drawbacks. Tamasic happiness goes nowhere and just moans about its own miseries and negativity. Such people live life in darkness. Lessons from Bhagavad Gita in order to live happily. First is good vision. Having good vision is very necessary in order to understand oneself, maintain right perspective, and developing positive attitude in life. Number two, recognizing change as a natural phenomena. According to Bhagavad Gita, everything changes. We realize that everything around us, bodies, thought, emotion, and expectation is in flux. So one must learn to adapt to the changes rather than to resist from change in life. It will add innovation, better problem solving approach, and new opportunities in life. 3. Quality of endurance and forgiveness. Quality of endurance should be practiced in order to live happily. Endurance allows us to handle the challenge of life and prevent us from getting provoked. Number 4. Transforms one's mindset. Thinking positively helps us to maintain a healthy outlook, remain calm, resolve negative thoughts, plan well to achieve the objectives of life. Number 5. Keep a calm mind. Keeping a calm mind will help us to restrain our urges, remain unfazed and optimistic in all times, and keeping the stress level under control. It also assists in gaining clarity of mind, weighing our choice and challenges our energy into productive activities. Number 6, working for common good. In our country, the majority of acts are carried out for our own gain. We seldom consider the consequences of our decisions. This attitude makes us greedy and isolates us from the rest of world. Our decision should become inspiration for others and it will ultimately lead to self-satisfaction and happiness in life. Number 7, be fearless. Fear is the most a primal emotion that every person possesses. Fear emerges in human being as a result of inadequate information, and as a result there is incapability to control emotions. So we should endure the pursuit of understanding and wisdom. Number 8, control anger. Anger impairs one's ability to think, resulting in state of panic and confusion. It reduces our mental clarity and keep us away from achieving the objectives. Dreaming big. Here, dreaming big means, from general perspective, a welfare of all, subordination of our individual tiny motives and interest. Next is accepting the reality that nothing is permanent. No one is permanent in this world, so this fact must be accepted in order to live happily. Perform good deeds. As it is well known fact that everyone is born empty handed and we will leave this world empty handed. Hence, one should not always focus on accumulating the wealth. Rather, we should perform good deeds, and it is ultimate source of happiness and self actualization. Important lessons from Bhagavad Gita, chapter wise. Chapter 1. The root cause of all our problems lie in wrong thinking. Chapter 2, right knowledge and its proper application is a key to all the worries, anxieties, and problems. Chapter 3, the ultimate path to progress and prosperity can be achieved to selfishlessness. Do not sit idle. We have to believe in action. Chapter 4, our action should be based on knowledge. Don't become like machines and act. Listen to knowledge and inner self too. Chapter 5, material happiness leads to ego, which is root cause of all problems. To gain spiritual knowledge, renounce the ego of individuality. All happiness in material world has a beginning and an end, but happiness in Krishna is unlimited and there is no end. Chapter 6, meditation is a way to connect to higher consciousness, and we have to do it daily to grow spiritually. Chapter 7, live what you learn. Chapter 8, never ever give up on yourself. Chapter 9, feel gratitude, always count your blessings. Chapter 10, God is omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient. Chapter 11, Lord Krishna is a creator of all attributes: intelligence, knowledge, truthfulness, mental and sensory control, birth, death, fear, infamy, all goods and bad, and only devotional services help on one to develop positive traits. Chapter 12, God is generator, operator, and destroyer. We should surrender ourselves to the will of God. Chapter 13, detachment from materialistic things and assets and connect to Almighty Lord to attain spiritualism. Chapter 14, live in a way that reflects your vision. Chapter 15, all beings are transient as body but eternal within the self, so we should give priority to divine. Chapter 16, being good is a reward in itself. Chapter 17, it is a sign of strength and power to choose right over the pleasurable. Chapter 18th, let's go, let move to close to oneness and union with divine. Conclusion. Happiness, if managed intelligently, multiplies and it is eternal in nature. The Gita explains that if our endeavors for happiness are to bear lasting fruit, the spiritual aspect of our lives need to be improved, not to be material. Success is not guarantee of real and lasting happiness. Strive for real happiness in life. Try work-life balance and take care of self and others. Thank you.